What's up, you beautiful people? Welcome to another video. So just give me a couple of minutes here, and I'm going to help you eliminate your self-doubt forever. Actually, that's bullshit. I'm not. That's a lie. Because here's the thing, is that it is impossible to eliminate self-doubt. Or rather, it's not. There's actually, you can eliminate all forms of self-doubt, but it's actually a really bad thing. Because people who don't have self-doubt are either delusional, and that's not good, or they're just operating so deeply within their comfort zone that it never even occurs to them to have self-doubt because they're just living and playing so small. Because the comfort zone at the end of the day is nothing more than the place in which your confidence in doing a thing and getting a result is nearly 100%. That's why it's so comfortable. It's because you know, if I do this, I will get that. There's no uncertainty there. It's outside of the comfort zone. It's outside of the place where you're confident. If I do X, I will get Y. And the reason that people are so hesitant to step outside of that comfort zone and why self-doubt starts to accrue is because humans hate uncertainty. It's like one of the things that you are hardwired from an evolutionary perspective to despise, to fear, because uncertainty means you could die, right? Like, I don't know if I eat that berry, what's it gonna do to me? Like, am I gonna crap my pants, or am I gonna be like, oh, that's the most delicious thing I've ever eaten in my life? Or am I just gonna croak, right? Like, uncertainty sucks. And you know this because the times in your life when you've probably felt the most like doubt, the most insecurity have been during those periods of time when you're just uncertain. Like, what am I doing? If I keep doing, like, I'm not getting the results. I've been doing this for X period of time and I'm still not where I want to be. How much longer is it going to take? Am I even doing the right things? Is it ever going to work out? Like, that's when self-doubt starts to creep into your mind. And so understand that self-doubt is not a bug. It's a signal. It's a signal that's trying to tell you something. And the important thing is to be able to understand, what is the message that my doubt is trying to communicate to me? Because it can be one of two things. It can either be an imaginary fear, right? You have self-doubt about something that isn't real. It's something that's your future casting, right? I personally don't struggle a lot with this particular form of self-doubt, but my partner, Jamie, she does. Like, for a lot, I'd say women in particular, they ruminate and think about the future in a way that's a little bit more perseverate than men do. Men are just dull Neanderthals who live in the moment a little bit more often, like a dog, right? But if you're constantly self-doubting about things that haven't even happened yet, if you're doubting a thing that you haven't even done, you're like, I couldn't start that business because X, Y, Z could happen. You are doubting an imaginary reality. You're still in your comfort zone, and yet you're conjuring self-doubt. That is the type of doubt that we can eliminate. And we eliminate it by becoming aware of it and seeing it and recognizing it, that it's not real. It's a delusional form of self-doubt that is designed to keep you where you are, because part of your brain, part of your body recognizes your desire to step outside of your comfort zone, and it's scary out there. So of course your brain is going to do everything it can to keep you safe, and it's going to try to conjure reasons to keep you in. And so when you have those doubts about things that you haven't even tried yet, that is your brain trying to keep you small, trying to keep you locked into your comfort zone, keep you safe. That is the type of self-doubt that we can do something about. But the only way to do something about it is by being courageous, by moving forward despite it and saying, yeah, I do have this doubt. I do have this fear, and it is real in my mind. And yet I know it's not real in reality. The only thing that you can do is not convince yourself, don't be afraid, don't have self-doubts. All you can do is say, I'm going to move forward despite those doubts, despite those fears. And that's what courage is at the end of the day. It's not action, like in spite of fear, or with the lack of fear. It's action in spite of fear. It's you're moving forward regardless because it's the thing that you're called to do. So that's the first form of self-doubt. Like, we have to hear the signal. Is this a real signal? Is it telling me something real? No. In a lot of cases, it's the self-doubt that we conjure about something that we want to do but have not actually started to do yet, right? The second type, if it's not imaginary self-doubt, then it's the real stuff. It's the real self-doubt. It's the doubt where, okay, I am outside my comfort zone. I have started that business. It's not working. I can't get customers. Nobody wants to come back for my product. Like, you're doing the thing and it's not working, and you're having self-doubts. And guess what? Like, that's a real self-doubt. Like, you should have that. But here's the reframe. is to recognize that's the price of admission. That's a sign that you are moving towards your potential, that you're outside of your comfort zone. And it's natural that because you're doing things that you've never done before, that there is uncertainty about what result you're ultimately going to get. And I can't tell you if you guys keep doing this, it's all going to work out. All I can say is that if you give up, then it will never work out. But if you keep going, you keep stepping outside that comfort zone, keep seeking and pursuing despite the uncertainty, then there is always the potential that things could work out, right? And that's what you really need to hold on to as an entrepreneur, is this almost delusional self-confidence that, like, if I just keep moving forward, eventually it might just maybe work out, right? But recognize that, like, the doubt won't go away until you have expanded your comfort zone. You've gotten the results from doing the thing so many times, and you have the confidence that now, hey, it is going to work because I have the proof. Like, until you get to that point, you're going to have to live with the self-doubt. And this plays into another idea that you're very familiar with, which is the imposter syndrome, right? Like, a lot of people like to talk about, hey, if you feel imposter syndrome, it's because you're pretending to be something that you're not. Well, guess what? Everybody is pretending to be something that they're not when they try to do something for the very first time. The very first time I tried painting a picture, I was pretending to be a painter, and it was horrible. And it's still horrible because I haven't done it enough to be good at it yet, right? But that is what imposter syndrome is at the end of the day, it's the reality that you are stepping into rooms with people that are operating above and beyond your capacity. You're stepping into activities that you've never done before. You don't have the proof, you don't have the competence. It's a sign that you are trying things that you are not good at. Like, that is what imposter syndrome is. And it's a sign that you have stepped outside your comfort zone. And in my estimation, that's the only way to live on a long enough time frame, right? Like, if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, you can't live inside the comfort zone. And therefore, you have to accept the imposter syndrome that inevitably comes with it. Take it as a sign, a signal, along with the self-doubt that you might be feeling, that you are, in fact, moving in the right direction. And recognize that if you don't want to feel that, you just stay inside the comfort zone. You just go back to where you were. You stop striving, stop growing, stop all of that stuff. But for me, the cure for imposter syndrome is worse than the disease. In the same way with self-doubt, the cure for it is to only do things that you are 100% certain that you can do. And I am telling you, that is no way to live a life of infinite growth, of infinite expanse, and infinite potential that I know that you have. And I don't think that you're called to do that because you're watching a video like this in the first place. So, first, recognize, is this an imaginary doubt or is it a real doubt? If it's a real doubt, cool. That's a great thing. If it's imaginary doubt, let's move past that. If it is a real doubt, keep going. It's the only way. It's the only way. Just recognize that doubt in the arena is okay. Doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong. It is the price of admission. You've already paid. You're already in the building. Keep going. That's all I got for you guys. I'll see you in the next video.